not even need Bowers Game Corner.
There, YouTube, we're back with another Bowers Game Corner.
Thoughts from the corner. I'm here with my good friends Adam and Lucy.
Hey!
And we just got the opportunity to play Space Explorers from 25th Century Games. This one is for 2 to 4 players, ages 12 plus, to take about 20 to 40 minutes to play. And Space Explorers, at first glance, seems very Splendor-ish. You are going to having a tableau of cards in front of you that will have various different colors, and depending on the colors you get, they will give you special abilities. Sometimes those special abilities are very Splendor-ish, like give you an extra red or blue symbol. But sometimes, and you will need this really stinking useful giant player aid card, there are a lot of different special abilities in this game. But in addition to that, there's like other layers going on in this game because the currency, if you played Splendor before, there's a certain strategy you can do where you can try and hoard currency.
Like someone did.
This game also has that, but in a much more interesting way because when you spend the currency, we'll call it gems in this case, they go to the player next to you. Like, you are physically just giving them all to them, and if they decide to hold on to it, they can. But there's also, like, this one where if you build more of the same color, then you're going to be starting to get discounts on that specific color. Lots going on here. We're not going to get too much into the gameplay, but let's get on to the thoughts on the game. So who wants to start?
I really enjoyed the game. It's like what you said, like, it's Splendor-esque. That's, like, a little more, like, thought behind, like, every little thing, where it's like, okay, this costs a lot, but with these gems and this discount, it might be a good strategy to either, like go full in on one color, or try to spread yourself out just to get, like, because there's also, like, a little, like, similar to Splendor, there's, like, little, projects that, like, based on certain abilities that you get on cards are based on projects. For example, you get, like, 2 points at the end of the game for every project, or if you make a project, you get to draw 2 more cards, which, drawing cards, a lot of the time, like, gives you options also. Just like, okay, if I can't use this for myself, I can discard it to get more resources to help me buy better cards. So that's sort of like a give and take kind of aspect to it.
You also mentioned one thing I didn't, which was, the nobles on top. So the nobles from Splendor, where you get like 3 blue, 3 green, they have something very, very similar to that as well. And one thing that I forgot to mention was, on your turn, it's very, very simple. It's either buying a card or acquiring a card. And as you said, having the cards is really valuable because turning in those cards, just like getting rid of the cards, is like having 2 wild gems. Mm-hmm. But what's also really interesting is there's the player interaction because when you spend those cards, they don't go to the discard. They go out there to other people. Yeah. Which there's just a lot of moving parts and pieces in here. But what'd you think, Adam?
I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was... So as you're playing it, you realize, oh my god, this could be like a PA trap, like or AP trap. Yeah, like people could just sit there and be like, oh god, I could do this or I could do that, and I have I hope he gives me this. Oh, he didn't give me that. Now I have to rethink
like
my
all
entire
of a sudden
turn.
you get a whole bunch of gems. And it's like,
could, yeah.
The analysis paralysis could be very strong.
Like there was a time that I was like, I know what I want to do, and then all of a sudden I'm given 6 things right in front of me. I'm like,
I gave him all my gems.
I could buy any card out there, and now I have to rethink it all. But that didn't happen to me, and typically it does. Like, normally a game like this, I'm kind of the slowest one, and I don't think that was happening at all.
No.
Most of the time I was, I knew what I wanted to do, and I just went ahead and did that. So I thought it was very interesting. First of all, it doesn't feel like you're a space explorer trying to build a rocket or anything. It's totally abstract, just like Splendor.
I like the artwork though. The artwork
is really nice,
really
and I also like how it's like slightly what do they call that? Like the old
newspaper type of
newspapery look.
Advertisements.
It's like aged.
Like the propaganda posters are just like, you can go to space now. Or
it looks really nice. It's got a good look. I think that all the iconography is really great. Mm-hmm. Like once you figure out those, it's super easy to be like, okay, I know what this means, and I know what this means because I saw it on that other card. But even if you don't know that, this is a fantastic player aid card. It has every single thing listed on it. It's great that every card is unique. It's I like the way that you can build into one section, but sometimes you probably want to build into multiples because it gets really easy to build blues. But that makes it harder to kind of get into the green zone because you don't have any tokens.
Because I noticed with your strategy is like I needed to get like a whole bunch of like the nobles in this case. they needed blues, and I'm like, well,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
you
Yeah,
got
helping them
every
out.
single
Stealing all
blue.
those blues.
I didn't have any at
Like,
the
I
end of
had
the
to
game.
draw from the top of the deck in order just to have a chance at a blue, essentially.
I agree.
I agree with all those sentiments. I really enjoyed this game. I plan on keeping this game. I think this is going to be one that I grab if we're at like that 30 minute range, like maybe towards the beginning or towards the end of the thing.
It's a pretty fast game, like, compared to like Splendor, because I feel like Splendor sometimes and like the other games like it kind of take like a long time for like how simple it is.
Definitely for everything that's in there, it is a quick game.
Yeah,
I mean, it could possibly be a very long game.
Yes.
Yeah.
But for us, it was a very quick game.
The only thing I want is I want an expansion, and I want it to just get another giant player aid card with
You
60
always
more.
want more cards.
I want more
You
cards.
want more cards.
I
That's
love the
special.
fact-
Every single card's unique, and you're like, that's not enough.
They're not
I
all
want-
unique,
they're
okay?
not all. Like,
There's
some of them are
there's
just-
like
Oh,
most
okay.
of them are unique. But yes, Space Explorers. I think this is a definite recommendation. I think this one's kind of flown under the radar a little bit. But I think if you like Splendor, but maybe you just want a little bit more. I would not say this is a terribly tricky game. I still think it's medium to light medium weight.
Oh, yeah.
But definitely one, I think, if you have older kids, consider it a family game, but at the same time, play it on game night. Couples game, I think this would be great. 2 players. I just, overall, very solid game. That is Space Explorers from 25th Century Games. It looks like it might be your cup of tea. Be sure to check that one out. If you're enjoying what we're doing, please be sure to click on that subscribe button down below. Also, in the comments below, let me know. Would you like to be the... Okay, make a guarantee I can get you to Mars on the first thing, and you will live. You will live on the trip from Earth to Mars. You will be part of the first people to colonize Mars. But you know you're probably never ever going to come back. Do you do it?
Ooh.
You are going to go down in human history.
Is there internet?
I would, yes.
Well, yeah, you're closer to the satellites, Lucy, obviously. I'm sure you get banging like
mean-
6G or something.
I would.
If they
I do
said
not
no.
believe Sarah would. So
Adam is getting a divorce.
If I'm a widower.
What? A widower?
Jesus Christ! Did you just admit to killing?
No. If Sarah's dead and it's just me and the boys,
Oh.
I'm like, we're going to Mars. If she's alive, we're probably staying on Earth.
What happened to Mom?
Well, can
She
you do like
can't
every other
go.
weekend get the kids just send them up to Mars? What about you, Lucy?
You're guaranteeing travel for my children
Back and forth.
at a week? Wow,
Every
that's
other
pretty
week.
good.
Every other week.
I think they'd be like,
I mean-
they'd come back 20-year-old by the time they
Hey,
get to her.
They're gonna
She's the
spend all
same
their life
age.
on a ship, staying in a
Time
place
distortion is a real thing.
at a time.
Like
Not-
she'll be
And
80.
keep in mind, the parents
She'll
are
be-
on the planets. The children are raising themselves on the spaceship.
They'd probably be like hypergenically just like sleeping. Their entire life would be sleeping.
God.
Jesus Christ, you're
Is
a
it-
terrible father. Alright, Lucy, would you go?
No, I want like, and there needs to be like housing. There needs to be like internet connection. I need to live in luxury.
I'm sure there's housing. It's
Is
not
there
like you're
even
gonna be a
specify?
homeless Mars. You're gonna be
They're
the first homeless person on Mars. It's Lucy.
It's only the rocket ship, and I can't stay in there. There's like space
No, there's gonna be.
madness.
I'm assuming
They're
there's.
gonna be sending more people.
Yeah, it's not just you.
That's even worse. I
You
don't
wanna be
want.
by yourself?
You don't.
I want internet.
Lucy with 1,000 solo games.
You want an internet, but you don't want to be around people.
Exactly. That's why I get internet.
Oh my gosh.
Social distancing has been the best thing.
I would go, and then so that way I could be like, I'm the most prolific board game reviewer on the planet.
Do
Boom!
Oh.
If Tom Bassel comes,
play terraforming Mars on Mars?
that is
oh
so
my
cliche.
It's gonna take you forever to upload a video.
Yeah. Let me know in the comments below. Would you go to Mars? And as always, thanks for your
Not
time,
worth it.
YouTube.